Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Swathi M, and since we don't have an intro video yet, so here we go. I'm currently based out of Bangalore. I graduated last year 2021 with a computer science major degree in engineering from PS University Bangalore. I'm currently working as a software developer in Microsoft. So I get a lot of queries regarding how I got into Microsoft and what was the hiring process like. So I thought I'll make this video so that it's going to give you guys some information about it. Yeah, I know it's been almost a year since I gave all this interview process and all, but yeah, better late than never, right? I got into Microsoft through Microsoft Engage mentorship program. So Microsoft Engage mentorship program is a student engagement and mentorship program that's offered by Microsoft to basically give one-on-one mentorships to shortlisted students, and they also organize learning sessions that's curated specifically for students, while also giving a sneak peek into Microsoft's culture and how the organization works. So I got to know about this opportunity through my university, and when I was in my 8th semester, I was also doing my internship in Amazon as programmer analyst at that time. So this was around starting of the Feb, and we had attended Engage conference, and basically all the girls students attended. But I also see this year it was for both girls and boys, and when we attended that, they did give us a sneak peek into what they want to do about and what is this initiative is about. And at the end of the session, they gave us job ID and job link through which we can apply for a full-time position too, and also internships. So the eligibility criteria for this was all branches of all people, but without any pending backlogs, and CGPA above 7.0. The first round was an online test round, and it consisted of 2 sections and of 3 questions. The first section had 2 questions, which actually was a easy to medium level DSA and algo question, whereas the second session was the highest, a bit harder side of the medium difficulty kind of problem. So I was able to solve a few test cases in the first section, but I was not able to completely solve any of the 2 questions. Whereas for the second section, which is the third sum, I was able to completely pass, like for your references. So after this, writing this online coding test, we got an email telling that you are shortlisted and for the Women in Tech Hackathon. So yeah, and they told that this hackathon would be a week-long hackathon, which would also result in us getting full-time opportunities in Microsoft. They also shared a link through which we had to register for the hackathon, basically, and the link had 5 options, that is the project ideas, to which we had to choose before registering to the hackathon. So the options were pretty good, and I had actually worked on a similar kind of project before as part of my semester project, so I chose that one. And that was creating a website, or you can also create an application for that idea, which was building a job search portal for blue-collar workers given the pandemic situation. After registering, after a day or 2, we had AMA session where we were able to clear all our doubts regarding the hackathon with the experts there. After this, we had an invite sent to us, which was also consisting of our mentor, where each person would be assigned to a mentor who is an employee of Microsoft, who would also be judging and helping us with the whole hackathon project. In the first session with our mentor, we brainstormed about the topic and why exactly did we choose it, and I also told about the tech stack that I'm using and why I'm taking those tech stack. I used Django for my backend, also because it does, like, we don't have to use extra DB and ORM, and for frontend I use CSS and JavaScript. In the following 1 or 2 sessions, I spoke to her about the progress that I've been making on the project, and I also walked her through the code, just a high-level view, not explaining the code to the T. After this session, we had to submit our project we had to upload the project in the GitHub and share the URL in the form that they had provided. We also had to make a video and upload it on the YouTube of our product demo, and share it on the URL too. Feedback was very important in shortlisting the candidates for the next interview process. So it was very important for us to really interact with the mentor and let them know what are we actually trying to do, and how are we tackling the challenges that's coming, since we also have a very less time. So at the end of this mentorship, we had to show the final demo to our mentor and explain it. So I would advise anyone participating to really tell a background story of why you chose something. Even though you're interacting with them for 2 to 3 sessions, it's important for you to present it very nicely at the end of the session and show them the product, all the functionality specifically, whatever you have implemented is very important, so that to show them compared to actually diving into the code of what you have actually done. After about 1.5 to 2 weeks, I got a mail telling that I have been scheduled a few interviews going forward. So I was very happy with it and very happy with the whole process and the mentor and how the interactions took place. It was a great experience for me to experience the culture within Microsoft as a student. Going forward, I had my first interview with a senior engineer where I was asked easy to medium level DSA question, which I kind of solved pretty fast, and then the whole of the left session was about my resume and my projects. So one recommendation here would be to always put projects whose underlying concepts you guys are very clear in the top of the resume, so that you will always have a chance to drive the interview in a direction where you are comfortable in. And also please refrain from putting projects which concepts you're not very sure about, because that would really give an impression to the interviewer that you have done the project and you're not without understanding the underlying concept. After this round, I had AAA round, which is as appropriate round, which is basically a cultural fit round in Microsoft interviews. This would be the last leg of the interviews for the Microsoft hiring process. Ironically, I was not asked any behavioral questions in this round, but instead I was judged on the basis of how I would tackle a situation or a problem where I don't really know the solution. So for example, they asked me a hard problem which I was not ready for, but still I made sure that I was verbally walking them through my thinking process whenever answering these questions. So this really helped them understand what I'm thinking and if I'm panicking or if I'm approaching the problem even though it's a hard problem, and how I'm approaching it. A week or two, I got a call telling that I have been cleared all my interview rounds. So that was a great experience that I had getting into Microsoft, and I really enjoyed sharing it with you guys. So some pointers that I want you guys to know is that it's very important to be good at DSA and Algo, but it's nearly impossible to be 100% perfect in all the problems. So when you're trying to build a solution, build yourself in approaching a problem, make sure you do it verbally so that the interviewer will also be knowing how exactly are you approaching the problem, because they are not really interested in the solution as such. They are judging you based on how you're thinking and how are you approaching the problem, even if it's in brute force. Stay tuned for more videos about growing in tech, developing soft skills, adulting, exploring, and BTS of life of a girl in general. Do comment down what kind of videos would you guys like to see going forward. Thank you.